course, as soon as I go live, Bedtime Stories posts a new video. That's just my luck. Okay. Oh, I'm seeing myself in the yellow, but I'm not sure if that translates to stream for you guys hearing me. So, not peaking. Not peaking is good. How is my volume speaking of this? Probably have voice open. Okay. Looks fine. Peak test. Peak. Ah. Lower for volume. Okay. Want to try test in voice meter banana. I'm going from minus 20 in my gain. I'm going to go down to minus 40. I am now at minus 40 with I'm just going to call it voice meter. With voice meter. Is there a difference? I am now currently at 40, minus 40 from minus 20. Is there a difference? Just waiting for the stream delay. Okay. I did a lot of recordings in Audacity, and I don't think me futzing around with the gain in voice meter does much. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lower myself in the OBS audio mixer. Now, I am setting at minus 10. Minus 10 in OBS. Is there a difference? Minus 10 OBS. Okay, so that means the legwork right now is in OBS. Gonna turn on my stream audio and listen to myself. Just to see what my level is at. Come on, YouTube. I believe in you. Come on, YouTube. I believe in you. Test 1, test 2, test 3. Come on, YouTube. I believe in you. Test 1, test 2, test 3. Come on, YouTube. I believe in you. I sound fine, but then again, on the previous stream, I couldn't exactly tell, listening to myself, of there anything being wrong or off. Porian, my dear Swede, my favorite Swede more than Alphabusa at this point. Overall, how is my audio compared to the last stream? Yeah, the one earlier from the early one today. I'm not peaking, and my volume is a bit better, is what I'm getting. Okay. I'm okay for progress, but it's a matter of figuring out why. Okay, so I wonder if I can capture voice meter. Add window capture voice e voice meter dying keyboard banana. Oh, sweet God, I can. Nice. Do, 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 do. Still a little worse than Wednesday and earlier. That's gonna just burn my ass. Yeah, no, I heard it. I heard it on the live, and I've been hearing it in my Audacity recordings. There is a bit more of an echo that wasn't there before, and I changed nothing in my room, so it's not my room. Where the fuck did I put that voice meter? Okay, there it is. Voice. Probably squish myself down. Boop. There's no real good way to do this. If there was something on the fritz with my microphone at all, it would be broken. Why are you squishing? Window, behave. Okay, so since I installed the voice meter, the recordings I've taken are better than they were earlier today. Whether that's the gain or noise gate or whatever, there's still something off. I really don't know what it could have been. I'm thinking. No, my throat is fine. I'm not sick, and I'm speaking at the normal volume that I have up until now. My microphone is about 2 feet away. I could probably move it a little further. Actually, no, I can't bend the arm that much more. I am at max distance away. And it's not pointing directly at my keyboard, so I shouldn't pick up nearly as much as I used to. I'm looking forward to when fucking YT is around, because his hobby is audio engineering slash music. He would know exactly what the fuck is wrong with me. Yeah, well, I'm here. I feel like fussing around with stream elements, because the chat I notice is eats up a lot of space. I need to make it more vertical. I don't know how. Chat box. Unlock. Unlock. Yeah, an expert's needed and stuff, but you can hear me at all. It's not as good as it was, but it's still serviceable. What am I clicking? Oh, yeah. What the fuck? Transform. Edit transform. Bit harsh and cavey, but no Xbox like peak. I just want to know what introduced this artifice. Because I swear to fucking God, I changed nothing from the Emprey stream. Absolutely nothing is different as far as audio. I am running a couple of things, VTube Studio specifically, but we've eliminated that as a factor because I've closed it and I'm still having issues. There's a microphone thread? I might need to look this up. Okay. Let's see. Scale to inner bounds. Close. Ah. Yeah, fuck, I got nothing else going on. There's only a couple posts. Eh. Pre-processing is probably what I want. And OBS plugins. I know dynamic, I know that. I'm gonna read this in full later, but see if I can't scroll down to fit me. Compressor turns volume down. Let's add a compressor filter. If that's all it takes, I'll be fucking happy. Audio self, filter, add, compressor, compressor. EQ is a thing you can do and make your voice sound cleaner, muddier, numbered turns, but the science, art, and technique beyond blah blah blah. So let's add a filter. Three band equalizer. Okay. Where are filters we have? Let's see. Aggregate compressor, don't need expander. Cancel. Okay. I'll futz around with that later. Do I sound okay? So right now, I should be running Okay, right now, as far as filters go, I got noise suppression, compressor, and the equalizer. The equalizer I'm not touching for now. I'm just going to save it for later. But has adding the has adding the compressor filter affected me at all? If it's hard to tell, and that if it's hard to tell, leaving the compressor on probably wouldn't hurt, but it's probably going to take more research and like just test recordings on my end to suss it out. Actually, okay, so I'm gonna watch this thread. I'm gonna read it after. Got so much on the screen right now. Where am I looking? Oh yeah, banana meter. Ring, 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 banana meter. Hey, it automatically scales if I try to drag it off. Neat. Okay. I wonder if anyone else is showing up. Control pan. Oh, for egg's sakes. Why do you log out every time? Congratulations, Porian. You're the only one watching. Shocking. Hmm. I don't know. You want to hop on chit chat, or are you going to bed sometime, or I don't know. What time is it in Sweden? Let's see. Proctor. Let's see. Proctor streams at 10. He says 5, so plus 5. Sweden's probably like another hour, so. Ain't it like ass o'clock in the morning for you? I don't know. If you got to go to bed, just say so. What was I doing? Okay, yeah, I was going to futz around with the chat box. Chat box. YouTube. Why? Why can't I select that? Lock. Click. What object am I clicking? Voice meter. Lock. Programs. Lock. YouTube chat box. Why you no click? Oh, for Pete's sakes. Why? Why are you not? I want you to go up. Transform. Edit transform. Oh, shit. There you are. Boop. Boop. Discord, what are you doing? Discord. Oh, wait. Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you
Okay,
hear me?
I can hear you. Discord, for whatever reason, looked like it was rebooting. It's weird, but it's fine now. Huh. What time is it in Sweden now?
20 past 1.
Ah,
But I'm watching Ami's stream, so I won't go to bed until then, and I make my own schedule for work, so.
ah. Yeah, while I'm live, I'm just gonna futz around with a couple things, mostly to chat.
Mm. It's a really weird issue, since it's so unspecific, like, oh, you sound a bit strange, and like, oh, if you didn't move anything in your room, there is really no reason for it to start echoing, or like, like there's no like practical reason for it to be like that.
Oh, I know, it's so weird. The
And
mo
like I did a check. I just quickly like clicked into the Empress stream, and it was like it wasn't night and day difference, of course, but it was like a really significant difference in audio quality, and that is really weird.
I don't know.
Because I mean, you can listen to it yourself, and you notice it immediately. Like,
No. I did.
mm,
That's the thing. But I'm just going through the Rolodex that is my memory between that stream and this morning stream, and I'm just like, what is different? What's causing this? And I'm drawing a blank.
yeah, I mean, like, I mean, unless there's something wrong with the mic, but that's usually more noticeable because, like, oh, if like a cable wasn't connecting properly, there'd be completely different sound in it. There's usually like a hum or like the sound of sparks or something,
Well,
and
well,
there's nothing like
well, yeah. Here's the thing. My microphone's not analog. It's a USB microphone.
that. Yeah,
So if the connection was improper, there would just be no signal.
yeah, that's true. There's nothing. Yeah, it's a digital connection or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm not fussing around with analog currents and signals and stuff. So, and the fact that it's working at all means it's working. So
Yeah.
honestly, like it's coming down to like where is the issue? Like where? Like what's causing it?
Do you keep your computer on all the time, or do you restart it every day?
I leave it running on all the time, and I tend to restart it maybe like a couple times a week.
So I wonder if that's it then. If like something is running that is somehow ruining the audio output, and
And
a simple reboot would fix it. But if you restarted it since Wednesday, that could be the problem instead. That something isn't started that was started.
well, I restarted a couple of times today because I had to because I installed the voice meter and that required a couple of reboots
Yeah,
to get working. So anything as anything, should be clear by now.
there's like no. You have a ghost.
Maybe. Okay, so you're listening to just my Discord audio now. How
Yeah,
is my Discord audio, you hearing my Discord, compared to you hearing me on stream?
I'll mute the Discord just for a second and I'll listen to the stream. Okay.
I am talking so you can hear this test. I am talking so you can hear this test.
Okay. So you're louder in the Discord because to the stream, you've got like what 20 decibels down, and I don't get that in the Discord. But it's still like the same, it's like too harsh. It's like too sharp somehow. It's little.
No, I know exactly what you mean, but what does that translate to me fixing? Because that's why I want fucking YT here. Because his hobby is music and audio engineering. Like he does Code Monkey stuff to supply his music and sound stuff. So like he would probably figure this out like in a minute.
I mean, the weird thing is like the compressor should fix it because like harsh sounds, you compress them so they're not as harsh, and like the noise gate
Yeah.
should stop peaking, and it didn't stop the peaking before when you had a noise gate on OBS. It's such a
Well, I'm just looking at my audio mixer right now, and I'm on the same level as you are when you talk.
hmm yeah. I mean, on stream we sound about the same.
Yeah. So the question is, where is this harshness coming from? Because honestly, I did go back and listen to some of my old streams, and that wasn't there.
No, I know it's so strange
I'm like looking
because
around my.
like my microphone, if anything, should like be harsher because it's way worse than yours, but it's not. So, and I don't know what it could be.
I swear to God, it has to be something. It has to be like a Windows update or like an OBS, like something in the OBS update that's only appearing now. I don't know. It has to be a. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's not a hardware issue, and it's not
Oh,
my room issue, or it's not a me issue. It has to be one of the software's issues.
does your microphone? Um, I don't know. I don't know what it's called in English. Um, Drivrutin.
Yeah, I don't know Swedish.
The drivers to the microphone.
The drivers are up to date. That was literally the first thing I looked at was the
Yeah,
my drivers, and everything is up to date.
and they weren't updated since Wednesday then. So like a new update fucked them up. That's not what happened.
I'll get back to you on that in a second. I need to pull up my hardware window or device manager. Oh, why is device manager? Let's see. Input. Okay, yeah, because I was having camera issues before for studio, and I pretty much had to uninstall all my camera drivers and then reinstall them. I'm kind of wondering if maybe, let's see, Imagine Drivers does not have my microphone, so that's good. Sound.
Because since your camera could also have some form of
Okay.
microphone drivers, right?
Yeah. No.
Those shouldn't those be baked in with the rest of the drivers? You get like a driver package or whatever for the
Yeah. So
specific
yeah. So as far
way.
as the microphone goes on my camera, I turned that off. That is straight up disabled, so that
Mm.
shouldn't be part of the equation. I just looked up in my audio. I gotta hack along. Where's my mute? Okay. So I checked my audio driver for my microphone and it says up to date.
Does it say when the driver is from?
Let's see. Properties. Driver. Driver date is October 19th. So
So it's not that then.
yeah, it's new from last month. Okay, so it's not that. Hmm.
I mean, like what
This is
else? I mean, it's like we've like excluded every possibility. Like what could it be at this point?
I know, and that's the craziest thing. Actually, I want to run a little test. Okay,
Hmm.
pay attention to how I sound right now for this sentence. I am going to I'm going to default my gain in banana meter right
Hmm.
now. Am now defaulting to 0 decibel modification, and I see myself peaking in green. Well, you can see on the screen.
Yeah, it was like a very minor difference. You became a little staticky, a little more staticky when you turned off the compression.
I sound staticky now. Okay.
Yeah, a little more staticky. Yeah, and that might just be that your voice is a little louder.
Okay, I just bumped it down to -40. How do I
Hmm.
sound?
I mean, from having no modification to now, you do sound better. I think you do sound a little bit better than, because you had it at 20 before, right?
Yes, before it was at
So
20 and now we're -40.
okay, try 20 again then.
Test 1, test 2, test 3.
Okay, so that's 20 decibels, right?
-20, yeah.
I don't think I can tell a difference between -40 and -20. I think that's basically exactly the same. But both of those are a bit better than 0 decibel modification.
Okay, I'm kind of curious. No, not 0.
Yeah, I don't get it. I'm like really confused. I don't know much about audio engineering.
I know nothing. I've been learning this the last couple since this morning.
Yeah, but the thing is, like changing something from 20 to 40 decibels, a minus, in
Yeah,
gain,
yeah, yeah.
that you're doubling the decrease. It should be way more like
Well, we don't.
basically like purely like volume of your voice. There was basically no difference at all, and there should definitely be a difference.
I don't know. I parked it at -10, and I actually see myself peaking in the green now. But
Yeah,
okay, but for you listening in Discord, -10 is better than 0.
but slightly worse than 20.
It's actually worse than 20. Okay.
Yeah, like I think that the peak is minor but noticeable still.
Okay.
At
Now,
like 20, I mean, I can see the
yeah. Well, yeah. You can see it on the screen.
what do you mean? Yeah, you don't peak at all with -20,
Okay.
and it is like a little better because there's no like there's a little bit less static harshness.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear. Uh, and but I'm kind of glad that the voice meter has a built-in gate because I set it at 5, whatever 5 means,
Hmm.
so it doesn't pick up my mouse clicks. Because when I put it down to 0,
Yeah, you can hear mouse.
I can hear mouse. Yeah,
And I guess you don't have a mechanical keyboard if you're on a notepad.
I have a mechanical keyboard, but I have not done the clickety clacks.
No, okay. Yeah, man.
Can you
I
hear?
don't know it.
Can you hear? I'm spamming my space bar. Can you hear that?
No, not at all. That
Really?
I mean,
Really? You can't
oh
hear it?
yeah, the thing is like obviously the noise gate and the compressor is doing something, but so something. It seems like something other than compression is the problem. So I mean, it helps of course to compress it because no peaks and
Oh
stuff,
yeah,
but
yeah.
it's, there has to be like something else wrong. I,
I'm gonna have to do research tomorrow. Read the last read was it last weekend? Who's it? Last Mohican, yeah. Read Last Mohican's walk thread and go over a little all the minutia and stuff in every tutorial link he's done because I need to suss this out because it has to be something.
yeah, and like I mean, just like describe your problem and like take 3 clips or something like, oh, this stream, your voice from this stream, your voice from when it was really bad last stream, and just like so, and one of the earlier ones where the voice was good, and like ask for help from the guys in the microphone thread.
Yeah. Like my point of reference now is the last stream was Empraise. That was the last good stream. Then there was this morning stream, and then there'll be this
Mm.
one. So those are points of data.
And it's and you know, did you check like, oh, your microphone itself, like, oh, is this a known problem with it or something?
No, I've had this microphone for years at this point, and it there shouldn't be like a problem just spontaneously happen, because if there's a problem spontaneously happen, it would just fucking die.
Yeah, I know, but like, if the model of microphone is like known to do this for some reason.
Let's see. AT 2020 USB plus. What would I even search for? Random, spontaneous,
Yeah,
spontaneous quality issues. Quality drop. Yeah.
yeah, or even just searching like, oh, like your model of microphone issues, even like
Yeah.
really un.
Yeah. Issues.
I bet it's gonna be like, oh, it doesn't work at all.
Yeah.
Like, where do I plug it in?
Well, here's this. Here's the bastion of the internet that is Reddit. The blah 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 blah. Nope, that's not what I'm looking for. Next. Nope. Nope. No, a lot of these here are just basic things of it's like not connecting when plug in, not connecting when plug
Yeah,
in. Need a little more detail. I'm gonna go back to my initial query. Spontaneous quality drop. Comparison.
but it's like that's actually a problem because it's like it's not a microphone that's fancy enough that like I really dedicated like some fucking audiophile equivalent of a microphone forum would have like every solution to it or anything either.
Well, the longer this goes on, the more I'm certain it's not a hardware issue. It's not a, my room issue.
Uh,
I
there's nothing physically wrong with it. It's something,
it
yeah,
there,
some sort of software is interfering or not running properly or
well, since we're having this issue between Discord, like, okay, the issue is
uh,
noticeable between Discord, OBS, and YouTube. So that means to me this is a Windows issue.
most likely.
Not,
Uh, is that if that's the only thing that changed, that you know, like, oh, you turned the computer on and off, so something must have turned on or off at the same time. Like, what else could it be, really? I mean, VTube Studio with the tracking is new, but you've turned that off, and there was no difference, so clearly not that.
Ghost in the Machine, man. It's fucking haunted. That's all I can
Yeah, I
say.
mean, really, like, what is the problem, really? I mean, like, there
I,
should be
I,
so we should have like a clue at least, but we haven't even gotten that. Like everything we troubleshoot just leads to another dead end.
yeah. So like, yeah. Okay, listen to my recordings, and I've had Wikidog point this out to me. I say like a lot as a filler.
Yeah, me too.
I use like as a filler word. I've noticed.
Yeah, yeah, same. I mean, in my case, it's probably like, you see, it's probably like, I mean, it's I have to translate everything I say in my head as well. So I think I do like just to have like, oh yeah, fuck me. I say like just to have like. I probably say like just to give myself time to translate everything.
Well, okay, okay, my anthropology class I took in university as an elective. I liked the prof. He was really smart and I learned a lot of shit. And one of the
Mm.
things he talked about for anthropology was the language issue. And he went to, I forget what the exact chapter was called, but it pretty much the lesson came down to was filler words for
Mm.
language and stuff. And, like, I know. It's like,
And
okay,
the and oh.
I have to ask, what is the dedicated filler noise in Swedish?
When I was younger, people would say the exact equivalent of like liksom.
Really?
Yeah, and it's I mean it means like, and that was like the big filler word. So you would go ja liksom, så liksom, ja det är liksom så här liksom. It's exactly the same as like.
Really? Huh.
Yeah.
Neat. I don't know. My knowledge of Sweden outside of quote unquote mainstream news, but as far as like culture and stuff, is largely limited to Alpha Boost's story times, which are few and far between.
Oh yeah. I mean, we have a lot of like creators, I guess, but it's not talked about that much. We don't have like many movies that are hits overseas, and the ones that are pretty bad, pretty bad for informing you of what Sweden is and how we are. So, yeah, I get it.
Hmm. And I'm kind of done with the audio futzing right now. I'm just vibing.
Yeah, I mean, how many thoughts can you? How much thinking can you do about audio before you start thinking the same things again? I mean,
Well, that's what I was getting at. Is we're just looping the same things. It's like, all right, fine. This is going to be a problem for tomorrow me, but it's going to be a matter of just doing recordings in OBS with different settings and stuff, and maybe reboot my computer a million times to see if something doesn't take.
yeah, and ask someone who knows more about audio.
Yeah, but it's kind of nice figuring it out now that this is not a YouTube thing, so I don't have to do a live stream to test out this quality stuff since it's pervasive just in the input recording stuff.
Oh, and I mean, like you want it to be fixed before, oh, you have a big event or whatever. Like if the audio had been like Xbox level when you had the interview, I guess, with Empraise, that would have been a lot worse because that would like stolen her time as well, which always sucks when you like plan something out
Oh,
in
I would have hated if that was the case because quote unquote she hasn't like debuted yet, and for people to have
no.
the people to be introduced to her with me futzing around with audio and stuff, that would have been bad.
Yeah, that's like the worst experience possible.
I'd be like, oh no, it's like I ruined someone's like the first impression kind of thing.
Yeah.
Actually,
And I mean,
I'm kind of married now to this problem of this chat box.
yeah, I've seen you futzing with the chat box a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, you could always do like the big, the big, like a more professional like overlay, so that the chat box is always in the overlay. You know,
Well,
like like they have a comment box
well,
where the chat always goes. So it's like always it has like a predefined length and not length, height and width.
well, no, that's what I'm trying to figure out right now. Like, I'm just looking at the screen right now, and you have like a third. I'm in the middle,
Mhm.
and I want to set the chat to be like a third ish. Actually, I know what my resolution is, so I can just whip out my calculator. Do 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 do.
I mean, is it defined? Is it defined like pixel height?
Yeah, it is defined by pixel height, and I can open up the transform edit box and put in a definite value. So that's what I could probably do. So let's see,
Does it have to
uh,
be like
10,
three
1920,
360 times something?
and let's see, 1920 divided by 3 for a third would be 640. So
Yeah, 640, 360
I can't math.
or
Okay,
640, 480.
let's see, bounding box size. Right now it's a 780, so go 640. Okay, the chat box is at 640 now. So that
I
is,
mean, it's read
it's
like
readable.
no problem.
Yeah, it's readable. That's the thing. So it's readable. I'm happy with this. I'm for
Yeah,
this. Now here's a conundrum. The chat does not scroll up all the way, and it's
and that's actually like unsolvable, I think. I don't think you can do anything about that because like even like big VTubers, if you look at their chat boxes, they are never like quite they're never like pixel perfect cutoffs. They are often like, oh, a name disappears, you have half a sentence going down, or like it's letters are cut off in the middle. So I don't know what the solution is. I don't really think there is one.
now do you. Okay, I thought this was just a me thing because now that you mentioned, like I've never thought about it, but then I'm just going back in my mental Rolodex. It's like, yeah, that is true. That is a thing.
I mean, yeah, and I don't. It doesn't matter if like an indie with a budget or like Hololive or any other company. It's the chat boxes are never quite right, and I like. I think I think Twitch, you might be able to get the chat box correct because it's IRC, and I think you can separate messages better somehow. And I know also YouTube they have changed their chat like like this week
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
they did.
So I don't know if that might have affected stuff.
Well, no, this the my chat box, the one I've been paying attention to since I've started this, it's always been a thing.
Mm.
But yeah, yeah, that new thing I did, I know what you're talking about now. That's something I probably should pay attention to.
Yeah, so I don't because it seems to be like a problem without a solution. But I guess it's like something you have to get over. I know. It's like you want it, like see the entire message all the time.
Yep.
So that's like if you someone can define the chat box not via pixel height, but like by messages, so it's somehow or like oh always display the last five messages or something. But since messages are different heights depending on how many characters are in them, I don't know how that will work.
Yeah. Actually, I just had a thought. Since I've rescaled my chat box, I also went ahead and rescaled my alert thing. Since my
Mm.
since I am small channel, I have not had any notifications yet, so I'm going to force the issue. Stream elements,
Can I like
overlays.
yeah? So it doesn't alert if I like at you or something, right, in chat.
No, 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 no. This is like subs,
Stream element.
donations, and memberships, and those ones. Let's see. So alert box, YouTube, edit. because I can force a test alert.
Hmm.
That's what Kirsche gets Nim to do, and that's what other people do. But I can emulate sub bleep bloop. That's legible.
Yeah,
It works. It's legible. Okay, that's all I wanted to check. So I can lock those. Hmm, I'm happy with that.
I mean, the only thing to add is like a custom image, whatever.
Uh,
I
some
mean, I don't like sub alerts. I hate them actually. They're so annoying.
not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, I don't mind the default stream elements. The bing and their little
Yeah,
animation thing. It's like Kershey's like random audio clip ones
yeah,
that are loud and tend to go a little long. They're funny. Don't get me wrong. Some of them are very funny,
yeah.
but
They're funny the first 1,000 times.
yes,
It's like,
that's the thing. Being a regular and hearing it for like a million time is just like her like Nim adding the butter dog to the
yeah, it's like
that
40
was fun.
seconds of video or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a bit much.
I don't know. I've never had problem with the $100 slave one. So butter dog being at the $69 value, we're probably not gonna see that too often.
Okay. If they're like, yeah. At the same time, if you put something that you can annoy people with, or people think is really funny behind like a high price, it becomes like slightly exploitative, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, it's you know, like if someone like Kershey, who is a professional streamer, I mean, it is her job to get people to spend money. So you have to think about it that way. But like as a regular citizen,
Yeah. Well,
it smarts a little, I guess.
well, yeah. Like again, this comes back to our earlier conversation of this is a hobby. If I were to make this my job, I would deep throat my shotgun live on stream.
I mean, some people can have both. Some people can actually like eat their cake and have it too, but
I
takes
I think
certain type of person, I think.
yeah, they're called fucking freaks.
Yeah, nothing wrong with a freak sometimes.
I can do it. They're greater people than I. I would lose my shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but like, I think like some of the like JP Holo girls do it really well. Like obviously they are like obviously still like what they're doing, but they're also like consummate professionals. Someone who's like you don't watch too many JP Holo girls like or like any, right?
Well, no, I have okay. Before EN took off, I was watching
Mhm.
Crown and her friends and stuff. But then English took off, and I never looked back, other than clips because I love me Crown, but the language
Mhm.
barrier is a thing, so I am limited to translated clips.
Yeah, because I mean like she is like a machine. And she does like corporate sponsorships with like Sonic team and stuff that she still loves. So she can do all the 3D in the world, and she can still play like SNES games for 24 hours. I mean, it's like perfect job for her.
I'm kind of tired of hiding my age. Fuck it. I am the same age as Corona and stuff. Like I'm like a few months older than her.
Uh,
We are the same age. We've grown up with the same media and stuff. I like her because we're the same wavelength. We vibe.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
And plus,
we
and
love older women.
well, I it's not the older women thing. I swear to fucking god, it is literally the if I'm going to thirst after an online animated girl, I would like for her to be my own age. This is literally a thing. It's just an added bonus that we share the same hobbies and interests.
Yeah, that was like since I always like watched a lot of anime, and I did since I was like 8. It was this really weird thing when we were watching like an high school anime, and I just realized, oh, that was 10 years ago now. I'm a lot older than these characters all of a sudden.
Yeah, and now you just dated yourself because I just did the math in my head, and I'm just like,
Yeah, I mean, I think I said it before, so I don't really care.
I don't really care either. Like, okay, like the OPSEC thing, I do respect and I do understand to a certain point and stuff, but it's just like, what are you gonna do? Like, hire
Oh
a
wow,
private
I'm in my late
investigator?
20s. Wow, there's no one else like that in all of Sweden.
I don't know. Well. In my case, like when I'm out and about and stuff, like everyone I've worked with and all my friends around here and stuff, they don't know me outside of work and professional settings and stuff. So it's not like they can pin this on me unless they were to magically watch the stream and like, hey, I recognize that guy. Then I'd be fucked.
Yeah, and that's like chaos theory level of coincidence. That is like a butterfly flaps its wings and a meteorite falls. It's like wow, there has to be a lot of like Rube Goldberg ass coincidences for that to happen.
Well, even still, as far as I'm aware, I don't have any mortal enemies other than fucking what the shit and his friend Grave, whatever, on the Splinter thread on the Homelands. I don't know what I did to piss them off. It's literally just those two guys.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Seemed calm when I was there, like, oh, I had to check it out, like, oh, what are they doing over here? Didn't seem to be much going on.
Well, no, like the I forget. I even forget what the hell the thread is called, but you know what I mean, the VT thread on the farms and stuff.
Yeah.
It pretty much went to shit immediately. So I stopped paying attention to it and stuff. But then I would poke my head from time to time and stuff, and it would be like a couple of guys just saying like, "Fuck, I hate that Zenlar Godzilla guy." I'm like, why? I shit post. I I do memes. Like, are you just angry and jealous that I do better shit posting than you?
Uh, I mean, some people are looking for excuses to be angry, so
I just don't get it. I really don't.
maybe like, I mean, like,
Okay, actually, no, wait. I take it back. I do remember one instance for what the shit specifically, in that he is an attention whore and he will parrot what would be good to say at the time to get ass pats and upvotes and stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And he would go back and edit his posts to make him look quote unquote
Uh,
on the right side of history, if you get what I'm saying. And I called him out on this more than once, and I think that's probably what. Actually, the more I think about it, that's literally probably what it was. Is that I would call out bullshit, and then people would go like, "Oh yeah, he did do that." I
because he never went to VTA, right? He stayed on the
I don't know because there's that other shit guy. I actually literally made a meme for this. Where is it?
yeah, like the Italian guy who got banned,
Oh
the guy with
yeah.
the cat,
No, I know.
right?
I know exactly the guy you're talking about. Yeah, I do remember this. Let's see.
Yeah.
Browse.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't know if those were the same guy, but
I don't know if I'm having a Mandela effect thing, but I swear to fucking God, I made a meme specifically for this. Oh no, I found it. Okay. Yeah, yeah. I literally made a
yeah.
meme for this. If I had a nickel for every time a poster with the word shit in their names
Yeah,
confused as
yeah,
shit post and a shit post, I'd have two
yeah,
nickels, which isn't a lot because but it's weird it happened twice.
yeah, because I remember this shit, and I somehow always agreed.
Really?
when there was a fight in the thread. It was so weird because I think he would hate me otherwise, but somehow we always agreed on whatever was being fought about. It was really strange.
I do have memory of this.
Yeah,
So
I don't
fucking.
know. We were somehow always on the same side, despite I think he would have hated me, given he was very like sensitive about topics.
No, I know exactly what you're talking about because I do distinctly remember this.
Yeah, but and it's like the nature of forums as well. I remember I used to post on the Bethesda
Ooh,
forums,
ooh.
and there was one guy with like 80,000 posts or something. And he would the only thing he did was like, oh, he liked a post, so he would like post an image of a fish stick, and he was like Captain something, and he did that I think like from I mean basically like the release of Daggerfall until Skyrim sometimes. That was all he did. And he got into he was in Morrowind. He was referenced directly in Morrowind, I remember.
Wow. Not gonna lie, I'm a little impressed.
But it was like there's always like forums critters who like I don't know, man. They live to fight you and just do weird stuff.
Huh.
I don't know. I'm just like such a low effort poster. I only post jokes and post clips sometimes.
Well, here,
So
okay.
no one wants to fight me.
I don't know. Here's my thoughts on it. I did not start actively online posting anything. I mean anything until
Mhm.
2020.
I mean, you you skipped a lot of shit.
Well, no, here's the thing. I've always lurked. I've been lurking for over 30 years. I know how shit goes. I know what works.
The one guy who gets told to lurk for 18 years and actually does it.
Oh god, oh god, instead of the virginity thing, I think I awoken my wizard powers for internet shitposting.
Well,
Oh god. I, I,
there are worse gifts to receive.
I don't know what to do with this power now. I don't know. Whenever I do a shit post and stuff, like I don't actively post that much anymore and stuff. But like whenever I throw out a comment or I do a shoot or even these streams and stuff, I don't know. People seem to like it.
Yeah, I mean, people. I just like to post fun things because I like having fun online, and I want others to have fun online as well.
Well, yeah, like I see you posting in Proctor's chat and stuff, and I'll bounce off you a couple times and stuff, and it's just like just here to have a good time.
Yeah, I mean, like, why not? Why not have a good time? You can choose to have a bad time. You can choose to have a good time. Why not have a good time?
The
Such an
older
easy show.
the older I get, the more I realize there are some people who just want to be miserable, and there's no getting past that.
Yeah, since I've always like hung around edgy places on the internet and stuff.
Same.
I mean, there are like people who, like, oh, they'll read every news article to suffer because they know they hate. I mean, they like people who hate read and hate watch things are real, and they're the
Oh
worst
yes,
people because they'll never have fun ever.
but here's the
There's
thing:
like,
there's so many of
yeah,
them now. They're everywhere.
yeah. I mean, it's like a, like, oh, I don't even know if it's a poly joke, a laissez-faire, or like a Stormfront joke or something. But it's like a really old internet joke where it's like, oh, the only thing an Aryan man needs is to watch paint dry and be angry. And it's like
Oh yes, yes, I've heard this
that
before.
that's
Yes.
absolutely a guy that exists and just goes around being miserable all the time, like never has any fun, just pissed off about everything. It's like, wow, yeah, I know, dude, the world isn't great, but you could also like smile once.
Yeah, but
Like,
but the problem is those fuckers are starting to find each other.
yeah, misery finds
Loves company.
misery loves company, I
Yes.
guess.
Yes, that is literally verbatim it. Misery loves company, and those fuckers are the living embodiment of it.
Yeah, because like I always liked something awful a lot. I liked
I miss
something
all
awful a
something
lot.
awful. I miss that.
Yeah, and it was so noticeable when it started becoming just such a miserable shithole because it was like no one had fun anymore. There was like no jokes. It was all just jerking each other off because you thought the right things. There was like no real humor anymore. Like the only threads that were readable were like the list threads, and those were like people. Oh, here's all the people I hated when I grew up. Blah blah blah. People stopped joking and just started whining all the time. It's fucking insufferable.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
The,
the only place that was fun was Fayad because you could since you could mock everyone else in there. But then they got like, oh, Fayad is racist actually, so you need to ban Fayad. And then Fayad got banned, and there was nothing fun left. All of something awful. Wow, wow, man, that was cool. That was 20 years of internet history down the drain. Epic, epic, very epic.
well, you have to think about the internet in that you have like the time spans of internet culture. Like you have the old internet, which was the BBS days.
Mm.
Then you had like the
Eternal September.
yeah, the Eternal September. So you had like the BBS, then came the IRC, then came actually IRC. I think ran straight up to social media, which was okay. 2007, the iPhone. The
Mm,
iPhone was the end of the internet.
yeah, yeah, because like IRC, yeah, IRC is was that parallel to BSS?
Well, there's overlap and everything, but yeah, I know what you're trying to
Yeah,
say.
because BSS is like a proto forum, with like news groups and stuff, and like IRC is the
Yeah.
the progenitor of all like
Okay, BBS.
high speed internet
Well, yeah,
communication, whatever.
well, yeah. Like BBS says, were the father of forums, and IRC was the father of Discord. If we're being honest.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's like when you can, so it's like posted a lot on like 4chan and stuff. The whole where you can see like posting traffic, and you can like see mobile posting just increasing until it's like half of the site is posting from a mobile phone,
Oh god,
and you
yeah,
can you can really correlate like quality syncing as well, which it's like, oh, correlation isn't always causation, or like the other way around, or whatever it is.
yeah.
But in that case, like it's 100% connected because I mean, like being able to post wherever really contributes to like shit posting in the non-fun way, in shit as in low quality.
Yeah. Uh, I'm just getting nostalgic the more I think about things.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I still think the internet is a lot of fun. I don't know. I'm
Oh
not
no,
that.
don't get me wrong. I'm still having fun. Like, I mean, shit. For fuck's sake, I'm shit post live streaming like my dumbass tech support.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's sort of an amazing creation. That's actually it's like sort of funny. There's like one of the like recent memes in Sweden is someone found a news report from 1984 of all years, and it's like computers, the devil machine. And it's
Oh,
like,
there's always going to be little things like that. It's like, oh, I forget what the exact example, but there's been multiple examples of the this will never work. This will never be a thing. Fast forward like a year, and it's like, boom.
yeah, and that's like little like it was on the news. It was like a news segment thing, and it's so goddamn funny because it's like, oh, if you want to, if you, but oh, on this intranet, you can check out the news, but it's much easier on text TV. Did you have text TV in Canada?
Describe text TV. We might have, but we might have called it something else. Describe this to me.
Yeah, you would press a button and you would like get like an ASCII image which had like sites you could search around on.
Was this like CRT analog TV stuff?
Was it called like teletext? Maybe in English?
Yeah, teletext. Yeah, yep, that's literally it. Yep, that's exactly it.
Yeah, because that was like the example, but oh, you can use teletext instead. It's so much quicker and better, and everyone has a TV with an antenna, so everyone can use it all the time. Not everyone has the internet, and it's so high tech with all these graphics and like,
Well, here,
and
yeah.
they also go like into video games, which is so goddamn funny because it's like, why would you use a computer to play video games? Look at this Atari 2600 and its amazing graphics. Why would you ever use a computer for this? And it's like fucking Custer's Revenge or something on the
I
TV.
know. Well,
It's so goddamn funny.
yeah, like it. Here's the thing. I've gone through enough tech revolutions at this point and stuff, but like the teletext TV and all that stuff. It's the stopgap measure
Mm.
technologies that are fucking hilarious in hindsight.
Yeah, like it's like Japanese Galapagos phones. You know, when I had like really high tech flip phones and stuff that
Oh
only
God,
work.
yeah, yeah.
It was like 3 years or something. It's like 2005 to 8, and then they're like dead. Like this hyper specific freak of nature phone.
Oh God, and that's not even getting into the glorious topic that is format wars.
Yeah. Like what they would use to watch like subbed anime on like .mov and shit.
Well, that's just
Quick,
even file
quick,
types.
real player.
I Oh God, yeah. Like okay, the first downloaded anime, like subtitled down, like the first quote unquote internet anime I watched with me and the guys was Genesis Evangelion, and we were watching it on Real Player.
That's oh, and like it's sort of funny when you do like video editing and they still have these like ancient formats that no one uses. You can get like
Yeah.
a free GP or whatever it is, which I remember from I had the you know the like famous Nokia brick
Yep.
3310. Yeah,
Yep.
I had a successor to that that had like a color screen, and that could use like a really limited internet. And if you watched video, you could download videos to it, and those were 3GP, and that was like such a disgusting like resolution, like something like 160 pixels or something. It was so bad. I don't even know why it was available.
Well, I remember those MP3 players that also had a screen and video playing
Yeah,
function. But at that point, it's like
I have one. I have one.
I had one too.
Meter from me.
We all fucking had one. Speaking of stopgap measures and stuff, yeah, like the MP3 player. Okay, the MP3 player had a good run. It had a good run for what it did and stuff, but like the mobile video player and stuff, that kind of died on the vine the instant the smartphone became a thing.
Yeah, because I remember like the PSP tried to do the whole like portable media player with
Oh
those
god, yeah, that VMU format I think it was called.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, and
yeah.
the like small CDs, and I mean it was like decent quality. Oh, if you want like a real like shit uh, format was do you remember like Game Boy Advance cartridges with videos on them?
Oh God, yes.
Those were like, I don't even know like who approved of those. 'Cause that's like the worst quality
Well, well,
possible.
well, the
Like
answer is
these are
well, the answer is
like
very
five
simple. No one
megabytes.
did. Pretty much, it was just like, oh, we got to get on this new thing. Just shit out whatever. Okay.
Yeah, always try. Or uh the Game Boy camera for like Game Boy Color.
One of my friends had that there. We had so much fun with it.
You can use them like webcams if you manage to hook one up to a modern computer. It's bizarre, but it has like a really cool effect. I
No,
think
no, look,
I think it's actually become like a thing.
no. See, I shit you not. Game Boy cameras as a film filter are a thing.
Hmm.
There are legitimate. There I forget. I saw like 2 or 3 horror movies that use the Game Boy camera as a POV shot for the monster.
Yeah, it's not a bad choice actually.
No, it's not because it works.
And I watch I watch Vine Source. That's like one of my favorite streamers. That is like a non-VTuber. And he actually uses a Game Boy camera as like his webcam on certain streams. And it's like better than it has any right to be, because that has to be like not even a megapixel or something. But
I'm
you can
curious.
actually, just because it's black and white, you kind of see the image pretty well still.
Resolution. The camera is, oh god, it is 128 by 128.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the screen, right? For a Game Boy Color or a
Yes,
Game Boy.
yes, that thing is fucking tiny. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
yeah. I mean, I remember I had one, so I
Well,
had two.
well, yeah. Like I know how small screen resolutions were back in the day because I remember emulating some stuff, and I would run a native resolution on my high definition TV, and then it'd be just like a little tiny pixel in the middle of the screen. It's like, oh right, it's like, all right, I gotta scale this.
Running. Do you remember Nesticle for emulating NES games?
I don't think I ever used Nesticle. I think I used
Mm.
Nest. I think I used a Nestopia one, but whatever. They're all the same kind of engines at this point.
Yeah, because I think Nesticle was like DOS available. It was like the first one, and they had to do like the stupid joke name for it.
Okay, I'm
That was
curious.
also,
It was released in 1990 fucking 7.
yep.
Oh my god, that is an old ass emulator. Holy shit!
I think it's like one of the. It
It
has to be like one of the first
it was
workable consoles.
it was originally programmed for DOS. Yeah,
'Cause that's like one of the few things. There was like a video game in elementary school, on the elementary school like internal network. I think we had like Nesticle and like Super Mario Bros or something.
could do worse.
Yeah, it could be way worse, but like really cool back then.
Yeah, those are good times.
Yeah.
Hmm. I know it's getting kind of late. You wanted to take off?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'm kind of running out of steam myself, and it's late as fuck for you. So,
Yeah.
okay. Well, thanks for this little tech support thing. So, I'm going to listen to the VOD like I did the last one and see how things are, and then probably just bug someone later.
Yeah, we hope you find a solution.
Well, I'm back to being serviceable. I'm happy for that. I,
Yeah, yeah, I mean that's the most important part.
I would rather it be back to working properly like it did before, but I'm not going to be greedy.
No, no, no.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thanks for hanging out. Anyone who watches this VOD, I don't know why you would. Thanks for watching, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Have a good one, anyone watching.
All right. Later, go to end screen.